Our pace of living leaves us little time for leisure. Our program will give you a chance to experience the fascinating world of traveling, extreme adventures, hunting and fishing. Each week we will take you to the most beautiful places of Kazakhstan. Hunting is a very exciting activity. When it comes to hunting for wild boars, it may be more exciting than hunting for any other animals. Since the dawn of hunting, the wild boar has always been a desired trophy for hunters. Hunting this animal is always associated with danger and excitement. Experienced hunters say that a wild boar is capable of turning 180 degrees in no time, and you'd better not bump into the animal when making your way through thick canes. You never know what to expect of this creature. The wild boar inhabits marshes and places near water bodies, both in steppes and in forests. It prefers thick bushes and canes. Hunting for this animal is a big adventure and a serious challenge for any hunter, and we want to experience it. We want to feel a surge of pure adrenaline. We have chosen the most difficult and dangerous way of hunting for the wild boar: daylight hunting on foot. We have planned to go hunting at a weekend, and we head for the area near Lake Balkhash, at Game Reserve Karoy, where there are plenty of wild boars. Having bought a license in advance, we start our journey to the game reserve. In theory, we are prepared and are aware of the fact that wild boars are omnivorous, even-hoofed mammals that have quite large tusks. The mane brings the boar a menacing look. The oldest mature males live in solitude and join herds only in a mating season. Females gather in small herds and protect their young courageously from male boars and other wild animals. At first sight, the wild boar looks awkward, but it is capable of running long distances and is confident in water. It is a careful and fearless creature. We have seen these mighty beasts for many times in the wild, in the mountains, fields and marshes. Once we bumped into a herd of wild boars, and this meeting was not pleasant. The swine attacked us, and we had to make a lot of noise to show that we were stronger than them. The animals had to retreat. Generally, wild boars are a difficult target for any hunter and require considerable skills and traits from the latter. The hunting can be risky as the animals may attack the hunter. Male species may severely wound the hunter with their tusks. Female species pose deadly threat too, as they may hit the hunter, trample and bite him to the death. When hunters want to tire out wild boars by chasing them, they build small platforms from which the animals cannot knock the hunter out. If you happen to be on the wild boar's way while it is being chased, quickly jump aside, letting it run further. There may be a possibility that the beast will not get back at you. As for lone boars, they are an ideal target for the trophy hunter. These fierce animals, however, won't be an easy trophy and will fight for the right to live, and in this fight they may come winners. The animals are used to fighting with other male boars for females during the mating season and may beat humans with ease. So one should think long and hard before making a decision to hunt for these wild beasts. But we did not hesitate when we agreed to hunt for wild boars on foot, as we look for adventures, and this kind of hunt may become memorable and exciting experience. To the stone jungles of the city, we prefer the wild. Wild boars may be found in temperate deciduous forests as well as in mixed coniferous forests in Europe, the Mediterranean area, and in the steppes of Eurasia, in Central Asia, near the river Amur, and at the foot of the Himalayan mountains. In the past, the natural habitat of the wild boar used to be wider. In Caucasus, southern Siberia and Tian Shan, the wild boar rises to the height of 3,000 meters above sea level, so the animal is possible to hunt for in the mountains and valleys on the territory of Kazakhstan. We start the hunt as usual with the organization of the base camp. Having set the tents and mobile kitchen, we get down to the planning of the hunt. It is important to distribute the roles of each hunter in advance so that everyone knows what they are doing, because hunting for the wild boar is dangerous. In the thick jungles of canes, it is important to stay calm and cool so as not to shoot to any sound in the canes, as it may be another hunter. One should shoot the game only when they see it. We decide to make several raids to explore the area where the wild boars graze. The canes are thick and I can't see where to go. I'm moving towards those trees. We'll meet there. Of course, we contemplated how difficult it would be to hunt this time, but we couldn't imagine it would be so hard, and that was because we took efforts to make way through the canes. Every step for us was hard to make. It was easy to get lost. We could only see some of the landmarks from time to time when we went to an open space.
Вот мы вышли на какой-то остров, непонятно, где он находится.
We've climbed this little island, but we have no idea where it is. It is a pity we haven't brought a GPS with us. The sunrise was over there, the north is over there, so we should go there. If we walk in that direction for 2 to 3 kilometers, we will reach the shoreline of Lake Balkhash. Good sense of humor helped us while we were trying to go through the thick hills of canes.
Честно говоря, я сомневаюсь, вообще стоит сюда идти или нет.
Honestly, I don't know if I should go there. The idea of hunting for the wild boar now seems insane, but it's too late to change my mind, and I'm following the guys. We chose the right direction, and the evidence of that was fresh traces of the game, which were leading us towards thick bushes. Wild boars like hiding in these thick thorny bushes. The most important thing is to walk facing the wind and try not to make noise. Wild boars don't have good eyesight, but their senses of hearing and smell are excellent. At a daytime, wild boars lie in holes, and in the evening they lie in puddles. At night, they look for food. They mostly live on plant roots and acorns, but if they have a chance, they eat carrion and small animals. The boars have dug an otter's hole in search of its food supplies. If they come across the otter, they will easily slaughter it. Otters store cane roots in their holes, delicatessen for wild boars. The cane roots have sweet taste, but the boars don't mind eating the owner of the hole if the boar comes across the poor otter. Having followed the wild boar's paths, we find numerous huts of the animals. We have just found the boar's night hut. The boar hut is called Jatak. The hut is made in canes and sometimes it even has a roof. The animal sleeps here. Hunting for the wild boar was a privilege for kings and their suite. In the medieval times, hunters used spears to hunt for the boar. Those spears were called boar spears. In these days, we use rifles. Hunting with rifles makes the hunter more confident, as it hardly ever lets them down. Meanwhile, the weather was deteriorating and heavy clouds were gathering overhead. When the weather is rainy, the animal's behavior is unpredictable. Sometimes wild boars get more active, sometimes it is opposite. This marsh is often visited by wild boars, but so far we haven't seen them. The sun was setting, but we were still hoping to see the wild boar in the canes. After every 50 meters, we had to stop and listen for any noise in the cane hills. When the animal shows up, one can hear a cracking noise in the canes. Before walking out of canes, the boar carefully looks and sniffs around. But when looking for food, the animals are less careful, and the hunter should just choose the target. But however hungry the wild boars are, the hunter should always approach them from the side against the wind. Actually, it's quite difficult to go through these hills of thick bushes, even for dogs. Canes are excellent shelter and refuge for wild boars. At the sunset, we were lucky and the wild boar eventually showed up. It came at a distance of 150 meters from us. There was no point to shoot. For our smooth barrel rifles, it was impossible to shoot the animal. Having noticed us, the boar disappeared in the canes. Honestly, for us, shooting the animal was not the main goal. We were enjoying the weekend in nature, and even the bad weather didn't spoil our adventure. We've been walking all day long today. We have seen a great number of the traces, fresh traces of the wild boar, but not the animal itself. We're not regretting at all. It's been a good exercise. I think I lost a couple of kilos. We're enjoying our trip and the beautiful landscape. We have seen a lot of pheasants, but we didn't shoot not to scare the wild boars. We enjoyed it to the full. It's time to go home. New destinations and adventures await us, and we will tell you about them on the upcoming editions of the program.